Okay, now another day in this year Armageddon, and we have news that in Scotland, a school child has been allowed to identify as a wolf. The secondary school pupil is said to suffer from species dysphoria, which is when someone claims their body belongs to a different species. The teachers are supporting the youngster, right? Growing numbers of school children are said to be taking on the personalities of creatures including foxes, dragons, birds, snakes, and sharks, and even dinosaurs. However, clinical neuropsychologist Dr. Tommy McKay insists last night there is no such condition in science as species dysphoria. It's not surprising that we are seeing this in an age when many people want to identify as something other than they are. Okay? No, this is the generation that they think can go on a world stage and lead. Right? This is a generation that they think will keep Britain in a first world status, that will keep Britain powerful. A generation of children going around identifying as snakes, wolves, and dragons, right? You got your enemies in China and Russia. They are cultivating leaders, conquerors. And in the Western world, in Britain, we see where children are identifying as furries. Now, if you identify as a wolf, you should not be in school, right? Seeing as you have a species dysphoria, go live with the wolf. You identify as a snake, go live with the snakes. It's only fair, right? And you have grown, educated adults buying and feeding this, right? People, you need to understand, you're all complaining about Britain, about this country's failures, and Britain is not like what it used to be. But these are the things that are contributing to your nation failing. How can you have the next generation out here identifying as various creatures, and you all as adults think it is okay? We can't fight a war against China and Russia. Full stop. It's not happening. This world is facing famine, droughts, war, economic collapse, and the future is walking around identifying as furries. I don't know what else to say, because you people, basically, you're supporting your own demise. How can you cultivate a generation of furries, of various children identifying as whatever they feel like in the morning? How can you? Children are supposed to be the future. And if the future is British children identifying as snake and wolf, we got a problem, because our enemies, their children are leaders, they are conquerors, and they are training them to do so. While British children are growing to be furries, all sorts of animals, make believe. Unbelievable. Right? You can't say no one didn't try to warn you. You can't say that. Right? The future is in your hands. And if the teachers and those in power continue to let this happen, this country is going to go under by your very own hands. You got nobody to blame. Right? We need to pray and understand we wrestle not with flesh and blood. Let us pray and say, Glory be to the Most High.